Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, it's Renee. I'm back, okay? And today, I'm here this afternoon. I hope you guys are having a lovely Monday afternoon. Indeed, I hope you guys went and checked out my cooking show yesterday with this lovely Monday afternoon. Indeed, I hope you guys went and checked out my cooking show yesterday with this I've posted that to my profile so you guys can check out my YouTube page as well as my Instagram. So please join and please support me with those wonderful hearts right there where my picture is as well. That continues to support me as well. So today, my sister gave me this topic, my oldest sister, and the topic is about something that is near and dear to my heart as well as my siblings. Okay, right now, my beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous mother is 91 years old, and my two older sisters are her caregivers. Okay, and they round the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, have to take care of mom. And gotten mom has gotten older now. All right, and they are the ones that are having to take care of her at this point. And I have an older brother who is also being taken care of. He's not older, but he is not as well as he used to be. And I don't get into details, as you know, on my page. I do not discuss details, but he has his wife and son are taking care of him. So um, I know that that's a thing that takes a lot. Me being the youngest and my sister next to me, it doesn't fall on us as it does on my older siblings with mom. Okay, and that's why I try to go down there and relieve my sisters as much as possible to help them so that they can get out, because it's difficult when you have elderly parents, so you have someone that is not able to take care of themselves by themselves 24 hours a day. It makes your time, you have to really make sure that you um have your time available for that person. Okay, hi, how are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good. So anyway, like I was saying, but thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining, guys. So anyway, thank you for joining. So anyway, so like I said, this is a topic that is near and dear as far as taking care of your elder parents. Okay, as we get older, our parents get older, and my mother is, she for 91, she's pretty good, but she still is not where she was. So as she gets older, it's becoming more where there's got to be somebody there 24 hours a day because of the possibility of her wandering off somewhere, or now possibly going in the kitchen and turning something on, which was something that my sister mentioned happened. She turned on the stove, and thank God my sister was there, because otherwise the whole house would have burned down. You know what I'm saying? And she's sitting there on the couch like nothing's going on, because her consciousness is not telling her to get up and turn the stove off. It just told her to get up and turn it on. So, like I said, my sisters have to deal with this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I only get to see some of this when I come to visit for every, other weekend, or Thanksgiving or Christmas. I get a smidget of it, but they get the full Monty. And so that's why I try to come and give them some form of relief, even if they're something, interaction with mom, something. You know, I try to keep her engaged, but it's a trip, having to do that. So I was just wondering, you guys know anybody, anybody that's having to be like a full-time caregiver, because it's, she's not at a capacity where they really need to pay for somebody to come in there and do this. Like, they are capable of doing it, but it is difficult. And I've been there sometimes when mom will not eat or something, and they got to remind her to go eat, or stuff like that. So it's something.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, like my
Right.
parent.
Right. So it's definitely a game changer, and I want you guys to think about that for a moment. Just to see what you think. Tell me what you think. Do you know anybody like that at this time? So please let me know. Give me a few seconds, guys. Let me just put some music on because I need to respond to something real quick. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. Just give me a second. Okay? Put on some music. And I'll be right back in like 1 second. Put on some music. And I'll be right back in like 1 second. Okay, so I have returned. Sorry, I had to take care of some business. So, yes, I want you to share your experiences in regards to whether or not you have an elderly parent or you have someone who may not be elderly whom you take care of, or anyone you know, and some of the challenges of it. Now, my sister said some of the challenges of it are as follows. You're pretty much on call at all times, and she is actually co-doing this with my other sister. But even with two people doing it, it's still difficult because it is a round the clock thing. And like I said, I only experience a little bit of it because when I come in and visit, but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's not. And it's very much like I would imagine having a small child that you got to take care of. But this difference is with a small child, there's more controllable factors. This is a grown adult who may or may not be stubborn and is set in their ways, and is is in need but still fully there. So it's just hard to budge, because when they get those days where they don't want to budge and they don't want to do it, it's hard. So I try to approach my mother with a soft hand because I'm not there much. So I try to approach her with a soft hand, to let her know, I'm here for you, and try to talk to her to get her to persuade her to do things that sometimes my sisters are not able to do, because she immediately gets defensive, thinking that someone is trying to tell her how to run her life. And I don't do that. So that's my assertion on it. But again, I'm not there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It might be different if I was the main caretaker. Okay. And I can only imagine how it is and the same thing for people who are caretakers who come in and help folks who actually get paid for it. It's my mother in her younger days, when she was my age, about 50, used to work for the state, where she would have to take care of elderly people. And now she finds herself in that same kind of situation. Thank God that she has my sisters, because otherwise she would probably be in some kind of rest home facility, and that's something I promised her that wouldn't happen. So, same thing with my dad, and my dad has gone on, and he didn't get to a point where he was where she is, because he passed before that time. Um, you know, but Mama certainly, and Mama can be a handful. I gotta tell you, she's always been quite a handful. Okay, so like I said, I am the host here, but I want to know what you guys' experiences are when it comes to taking care of a loved one. Hi, Jaja, how you doing? So you guys can leave comments and chime in and let me know how that affects you. And I say, there are different ways that you can do. Just encourage the person to do things the best that you can. Always remember that that's still your parents or your brother or your sister or whatever. So don't treat them where you take away their dignity. I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. I have children of my own, and grandchildren. So at some point, we all face that. If you get older, you're going to get to a point where it's like that. Face that. If you get older, you're going to get to a point where it's like that. You would want someone to treat you the same way you treat your mother. So what I don't allow is disrespect to my mother, because she's still my mother. You know, even though she's in this state, she's older, and thank God she's here at 91 years old. She could not be here. So it's about being grateful that she's here for one thing, but patience is certainly a virtue when it comes to a situation like that. So what I want to say to you guys, that if you have, hi Ferd, how you doing? If you have someone like that you are taking care of, or someone you know who is elderly or sick and needs help, be patient, be loving, engage them, make sure they know you love them, talk to them, have regular conversations with them. Don't start treating them any different. It makes them feel belittled. So you don't want to do that. But what you want to do is make sure that you keep your stress level down. Find ways to keep your stress level down. Find time, even though you're taking care of this person, still make sure that you find time for yourself to do things you need to do. So take them with you, or in my sister's situation where you guys can split the roles, still take time where one of you would go out for a moment, even if it's just for a walk, and the other one takes a moment as well. And then get them out of the house, because it'll drive, when a person is elderly or sickly, it's really bad if they are sitting up in the house watching TV all day. So get them out the house. Take them on rides. Take them to the store with you. Take them somewhere. Get them out of there. Let them engage with other people. Let them feel just like they felt before. Don't make it a big deal. Okay, so that would be my advice. But also, if you are a younger sibling like I am, and you have older siblings that are stepping up, and thank God they are, and taking care of that elderly parents, support them. Okay, support them by checking on that elderly parent, making sure that elderly parent is okay, calling, popping up, relieving them, and being appreciative that they're there to help to do the work that you can't do. I'm not able to do it. I'm the youngest one in the whole entire family. So, I spent all my 20 years of my life taking care of my kids to get them to where they are right now. And so now I'm at an age where I'm taking care of myself. But I live 45 minutes away from my mom. So, like I said, I make sure and do what they call pop-in visits, just to let her know I'm around, make sure she's okay. And while I'm there, try to encourage her to do things to make herself feel good. But I do understand and appreciate the challenges of my siblings and what they have to do from day to day with mother. Okay, and how challenging it can be just based on mother's personality, period, before she got to be this age. And you add that until her now age with it, that combined together is like combustion. Okay, so it takes the patience of Job to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So I would just like to know, you guys can certainly leave any comments about whether or not you experience that, or whether you have a friend or family member who's going through it. It's a lot of people out there who are going through that, who are experiencing that. Some folks don't have siblings, and sometimes the whole thing falls on you, you know. And if that's the case, God bless you to make sure that your elderly parent or your brother, sister, child, whatever, because it can be anybody. It don't necessarily have to be an elderly person. It can be just somebody who is not capable of taking care of themselves by themselves. That's so because it covers all factors. And I wanted to bring this up too because, again, this entire month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So this ties into mental health awareness, making sure that as that person who is taking care of that person who needs you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that you are also getting the mental help you need by exercising, by getting out of the house, by doing some additional reading, by getting yourself a journal and writing down your thoughts. Because sometimes it can just be a crazy day. I have a notebook here I use. And this is where I write down my thoughts on things. Sometimes the day is just the day. Okay. And I used to work in customer service, and sometimes the day is just the day. You know what I'm saying? But this is my sanctitude, where I write down things to relieve what I have going on. This is where I write my poetry. This is where I write my thoughts. And it rhymes. Sometimes it don't rhyme. Poetry don't always got to rhyme. Remember that. It's just getting it out, you know. And so it's how I come up with ideas for my live here to talk with you guys. So, like I said, I just want you guys to think about that. Think about the challenges that it takes to take care of somebody. Think about if it were you and you were that person that had to be taken care of, the respect that you would still want. And also think about it from the perspective of the caregiver and their needs and how much stress it is on them and the pressure, especially if it's consistently around the clock. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not easy from day to day. It's not easy. For one thing, it's not easy to see a parent in that state and you remember your parent being this lively, interactive person, and now suddenly this parent is like almost like a child, and you're having to take care of them, make sure they take care of their medicine, and making sure they eat, making sure that they don't make a mess in the bathroom. These kind of things, you know, takes a lot of diligence, takes a lot of patience, and so mentally you have to be prepared to be able to deal with that also. So it's two sides to the coin here: the caregiver and the person who's being cared for. So you have to attack the mental wellness of both sides. So I try to keep my sister encouraged and I try to keep my mom encouraged. Those are the two sides of that coin, the heads and the tail. Okay. And like I said, I'm going down there for Christmas, planning on spending like a week. And during that week, I'm gonna give my sister some relief. Find out what the ins and outs of the day on that at least 1 to 2 week basis of what it's like to help take care of mom on a daily basis, so that I can get an understanding. Because I'm going to share that. Of course, you know, I'm going to share everything like that. All my experiences I share with you. I write it down in my notebook. Those experiences, I keep those as memories to remember things and to be able to kind of yeah, reflect on, you know. And so I want you guys to think about that today as you go about your day. You know, how do you handle that? How would you handle that? If your parents are not in that situation right now, how would you handle that one day that was your mom now or your dad? And some of them have dementia, some of them have Alzheimer's, stuff like that. How would you deal with the sole responsibility now of you being the caretaker of your parents, someone you watched take care of you your whole life? Okay? How would you deal with that from day to day? Take out all the Bible and all that stuff. I'm a minister. Okay? And yes, I believe that you should honor your mother and your father. Absolutely. Got to. And this goes all into that. But let's just be realistic from day to day. How do you handle that? What do you do? So my suggestion would be is when times get tough, get yourself a notebook, write down your thoughts. Get yourself a good book when you get a moment. When they're quiet, I'm watching TV after they took the medicine, ate, read your good book. Uh, you know, and try to take some time personally for yourself as well so you don't go crazy. Because being around that 24 hours a day can cause you to go a little cuckoo yourself. So, just make sure that you guys take care of yourselves and take care of your parents. They need you. They get to be that age in their 90s, in their 80s, 70s, whatever. They need you. They took care of you your whole life. So as their child, you must take care of them. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. If my sisters weren't there, then me and my other sister would have to step up. Or my other sister didn't step up, I had to step up. And I'd do it. If I was the one that had to do it, then I would do it. You see what I'm saying? And yes, understanding that it ain't gonna be easy every day. It nothing worth anything is easy anyway. But it's something because it wasn't easy for them to take care of you when you were a child, when you were sick, they needed you, when you needed them. Now it's your turn. It's called the circle of life. But even with that, still have to be mindful of the person that's taken care of and give them support as well. So all factors here need to be supported. Now, I need y'all support in ourselves. You see the heart up there? Right up there by my name? Make sure you click on that. And that supports me. I also have a YouTube page and it's listed on my profile. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. Up there you'll see this video today. And you will also see Cooking with Renee videos from all the wonderful meals I cook. Yesterday I cooked smothered chicken, corn, and rice. It was absolutely delicious. I still got some left. And last week I cooked a southern chicken soup. So this week I'm trying to decide what I want to cook. But I'm kind of going into the direction of cooking spaghetti with some garlic bread, which is another one of my specialties. But I write it all down in my recipe book, okay, that I got from Amazon. I got these from Amazon too. I got 3 of these for just promoting this. Got 3 of these from Amazon for $10, and they're really good to have, okay. And hi Jill, how you doing? Hi everybody. Hi Michael. And I'll show you guys my recipe book. Hold on. This is my recipe book, and this is my Bible. This is where I write down all my food because I'm a chef. I'm a minister, I'm a chef, I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a grandma, I'm a whole bunch of different stuff, okay? But I love to cook, and that's one of my main things. So what I am going to be doing sometime next year also is I'm going to be going around here in Greenville at least once a week, picking out a different restaurant to test that I see that has a good rating. And I'm going to go and test out some of their food and let you guys join me so that I can do some ratings of various restaurants. As I said, I am a chef. Okay. And so I'm going to go around here in Greenville, North Carolina and test out some foods. I see some people doing that, but I'm going to do that too. Okay. And that'll be part of my cooking thing as well. Okay. So okay. So AI is saying here caregiver stress, add for tips. So whatever tips you guys may have in regards to caring for your parents, or any tips for the caregivers, please make sure you share that information, because I certainly would appreciate that very, 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 very much. Please do that. But like I said, this is an important topic. A lot of people don't like to talk about these topics. Sometimes things are uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, that's too bad. Because on my live here, we talk about, hi Lisa, how you doing, sweetheart? We talk about the uncomfortable, okay? Because the uncomfortable, if you're talking about it, that means that you're able to get it out. And I want you to do that, okay? So share your thoughts, share how you feel. So I'm gonna write something in the comments and say, what are your tips for caregivers? Whether there are paid caregivers or simply just the children of people who are now in need. So what are your tips for the caregivers? Okay. And what are your suggestions on that? I've given you my tips for the caregiver. I've given you my tips for the person who is being cared for. But I'd like to hear what you guys think. Okay? So please make sure that you join in. All right? So I want you guys to continue to stay coming to my page daily, as I'm up here every day to talk about different topics. I'm going to pick another one tomorrow to talk about, but I wanted to address this one, okay? And let you guys know to address this one, okay? And let you guys know how take long. So you guys just let me know what your thoughts are, and if you don't want to share, and I have you can also go to my profile and let me know what your thoughts are there. But I do want you guys to interact and let me know. Okay, what are you thinking about what it means to take care? What are your thoughts for tips for the caregivers? What are your thoughts for how they should deal with someone that they have to take care of? Elderly parents, a sick child, a sick sibling, a friend, whatever. If you're in the capacity of being a caregiver, what suggestions do you have? And you guys, please make sure to join my to become one of my join my fan club. I have this fan club here called the J Martians. So make sure you join that. Also, send me hearts right there where you see my name. That supports me. And you can also check out, please subscribe to my YouTube page. That link is listed on my profile under Renee. Okay? So you guys can go in there and see that profile for my YouTube, and please make sure that you subscribe to my page. You can also catch me on Instagram. I'm there as well. So there's many places that you can catch me. And I almost forgot, you can also catch me on Facebook as well. So you guys, please, please, please like and share this page, a message about taking care of becoming that caregiver, and what are your tips? Okay? Because I'm curious to know, and that's why I'm here. And it's all about doing God's work. Okay? Honor thy mother and thy father, so thy days will be long. That's my tip for today. Honor thy mother and thy father, so thy days will be long. If you honor your mother and your father and take care of them when they are weak and they are sick, you will have the same fate yourself when that happens to you. your children will look out for you. And if you don't have any children look out for you, somebody gonna look out for you. But you should always honor your mother and your father. Always. And my father is no longer here, but I still honor him. And my mother is still here, and I honor her. And I will always love and honor and respect my mother. Always. Even after she's gone. Because that's my mother. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here talking with y'all. And I'm a mother. And I'm a grandmother. And I wouldn't want my children to treat me any other way. But also, I love my sisters. And I love them for stepping up and taking care of mom and making sure she's okay. So that she did not end up in the rest home. Thank you, my sisters. I appreciate y'all very much. Okay? So, I love y'all very much. Make sure you check out those things I said. Make sure you like and share my video, please. Okay? And keep those tips in mind. So, hope y'all having a wonderful day. I see some people are joining my page, and I'm so glad to see that. And these are some people I haven't seen come up here before, but I'm glad you're up here. Thank you very much. I am Renee, and I have this Cooking with Renee, in which I post my actual video of me cooking various meals on Sunday. But during the week, I come here and I talk about various topics. And if you have any suggestions for various topics, you are certainly welcome to go to my page and leave me a message. I always am on my TikTok. I'm always reading that. And also, please go to my YouTube page, Cooking with Renee, and subscribe to my page, guys. Because the more that you follow me, the more that you support me, the more that I'm here to be here with you. So I need your support. Okay? So you guys make sure and do that. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in North Carolina. No snow. Just nice and chilly outside today. But it's still beautiful nonetheless. So enjoy the rest of my day. And I thank you guys so much. And you can catch me here tomorrow. Talking about another topic. So I'm going to figure out what that topic will be today. Thank you so much for you guys that joined my page. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. Make sure you hit that heart as today. Thank you so much for you guys that joined my page. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. Make sure you hit that heart as well. So you do that. That'll be awesome. All right? Because I certainly do need you guys' support. Okay, so that I can continue doing this and continue giving you my feedback and my knowledge and my prayers to anybody that is going through anything during this mental health month. Thanksgiving is approaching very soon. And I want to make sure that everybody keeps in mind what to be thankful for. Christmas is approaching. It's not about the gifts. It's not about who gets what. It's about the love and care that you have for yourself as well as the people that you love. That's the gifts. That's the real gifts. It's not about monetary gifts. It's not that. It's not that. I think a lot of these holidays and stuff have gotten commercialized where it's all about who gets what. And that's a lesson that's taught to us as very young children. We start off very young with that. What is Santa going to get us for Christmas? Okay, and those children that when they stop believing in Santa, what is mommy and daddy going to get me? It's all about what I'm going to get. What about what you have? You have your mom, you have your dad, or you have your siblings, you have your friends, you have yourself. And that's what's important, right? So let's not get caught up in the materialistic things of this year. Let's make sure that we know what the real meaning of Christmas is. And on Thanksgiving, tell the ones you love that you're grateful and you're thankful for their presence. Okay? Please do that for me. That would be greatly appreciated. All right? So, like I said, I want to thank y'all for coming to join me today and having this conversation with me. Thank you for joining my page. Please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page, okay, Cooking with Renee, which you'll find me. and my wonderful recipes. Also, make sure that you support me here by becoming one of my fans, you'll be a Tag Martian, and sending a heart above my head, above where my face is at. That supports my page as well. So do that. If you want to continue to see these fantastic lives of mine that talk about these various subjects. So this is part one of this. I'll come back up here later on, possibly, just to do a part two, maybe. If not, you guys will see me tomorrow. All right. Y'all have a beautiful day today. Enjoy this wonderful, beautiful winter. Well, not winter yet, because it ain't winter yet. It's still fall. But this cold weather, get yourself some hot tea, some hot coffee, something to warm your bones. Okay? And if you guys are cooks, get you one of these recipe books. You have some things you have on your mind and some thoughts. Get you one of these notebooks. Write down your thoughts in your mind. Okay, in your mind. And you know, you'd be surprised what that turns into. People who have thoughts and things going in their mind, turn these things into poetry. You know what I'm saying? And songs. That's what I used to do when I was young, turn a lot of them into songs. Because I used to be a singer. So, love y'all very much. Thank you so much for your time today. See you guys later. If you guys come back up here, I'll be back up here later. Just join my live again. All right, guys. Take care. Love you much. Bye-bye.